Welcome back to the local character anti-guide series. I had a request for 2 more characters. I should have went over these 2 characters in general because one of them, Seong-Mina, I play, and she's probably my best character, but I don't play her often, but just naturally I feel like she suits my strengths the best. And the other Cassandra, we have quite a few Cassandra players, so I don't know why I skipped her. But another reason to go over Seong-Mina is that everyone has had a very bad time against her on ranked. Online Seong-Minas are some of the most frustrating battles of all time because they don't play against a human. They play to just be very annoying, and if you don't know how to like handle that, you're just gonna get deleted. And that's because online Seong-Minas love to do these 2 moves, 6A and 1B. And these moves just delete people if you don't approach them in the right mindset. So what do we know about these moves? We know that they are tied to a system she has called, well, it's basically whether or not the move is hit or block on the tip. So that metal blade she has, if it hits on that metal blade, she gets new properties for the move that are much better than if she hits them close. So in the case of 1B, this becomes a safe knockdown low that pushes that far away, and it does pretty reasonable guard damage. You see that it's doing 10 guard damage usually. It's scaling a bit now, but yeah, it does 9, which is crazy for a low that hits that far away. And 6A's tipper hit does that much knockback, and it's safe. Also, very phenomenal guard damage. Let's see, it does 9 as well. So you're gonna get guard broken if you block 12 of these probably, which is crazy because you're gonna have to like be trying to get in and you're scared, you don't know what to do, you're mashing. The first thing I want you to know about these moves is that when they're not on tipper, they're quite mediocre. 6A in particular, I'll go into that in a second, but let's see what happens if she gets hit by 1B close. She's not knocked down. In fact, it's your turn if you're hit by this move up close. She's at least -4, if not worse. Conversely, you know, it's a knockdown here. So, this move also, it doesn't lethal hit if it's this close. Let's see if I can show that. See? I was in full step. It has to tipper for me to be lethal hit. So that's big right now. We're kind of chiseling away at this dumb almost gimmick. They're still good moves, but they're borderline gimmicks the way they're used sometimes. The next thing is that let's set her to actually do it. If I block this up close, it's not going to push me back very much. And it's actually CE punishable with Seong-Mina. Most characters have I'm not going to say most characters. Quite a few characters have a 16 frame CE in this game. And you can use that against 6A when you block it shallow. It's actually -18 if you have an 18 frame 3B. So when we tie this all together, the best way to anti this dumb style of play where it's just keep out with no brain is to dash block. You can mitigate most of the Seong-Mina's offense by just dash blocking if she's using those 2 moves. Don't step, don't press any moves, just dash block in. The worst thing that's gonna happen if you get to this range is that you're gonna get hit by 1B and it's not gonna knock you down. The best case scenario is you block a shallow 6A and you punish her. So suddenly, the online Seong-Mina is reaching for that router plug. She's reaching for it right now. She's alt F4 because you just critical edged her 6A and she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So, yes, going over it again, just dash block at her. Make her actually have to use some creative keep out. Because that's not going to cut it in 2020. Okay, now moving on to the next little bit, which is the general matchup on strings. I'm going to start with AAA and AAB. This string is strangely kind of hard to ante if you're doing a non-reversal edge option. So if you want to pick the easy brainless option, I mean brainless, there's nothing bad about that. I don't mean that as an insult. If they're always doing the follow-up after this, just reversal edge. You're going to get the damage on them and you're going to get a mix. But for people who don't want to always reversal edge this because Mina can just AA and step, the only like option select I've really found cast wide, or at least most of the cast, 90% plus, is to step and do a jump attack. I will showcase it here. That low is so slow that it gives you enough time to option select a step jump. Look how late that was. The only sad part about this is that you don't get the launch for stepping the B, because the B is very steppable. I'll show the launch first, and this is what you're missing out on. But when you handle both mixes, it's kind of nice. And another benefit is that if she just does AA, you're safe because you're going to step into a jump attack. And most jump Ks are safe. Do a fast one, like a jump kick, I should mention. Don't do weird ones like this trash one. Yeah, so it's kind of a more advanced option, so if you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't even think about it. Just reversal edge. The next one is 3AA. This one, Mina can delay so much that it's kind of hard to know when she's doing it. But if you know that the Mina's doing it, I don't want you to block this because it's only -12. Like I'll showcase here. That's Mina's 14 frame and she can't do it. So you need to fuck her up with a jump attack. If you know she's doing it, there's no mix. The low is the only mix. So don't get fucked up on that, alright? Since there's no mix, that's the whole move. The next one I'll go into is 1A. First of all, on block, this is a -16 low. So if you have those 16 frame CEs, now's the time. Or if you have a pretty good punish, you know, you can go ahead and use it. But she has the ability to ring you out in the back. So the break for that is to hold back and press any button. So I'll set her to do that, and then I will break it. You have a long time to do that. So don't get rung out by her. It's because I mean this is a low, so it's hard to like have the presence of mind to not get fucked up by it. That's really it for wall rising AA. This is strangely safe, but it doesn't combo unless it's counter hit. So there's no ante to it since it's a mid-mid. The best you can hope for is GI in between the two hits, but I mean she could do one and then, you know, fuck you up. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend GIing this, is what I'm saying. I would say you should just block it and take your turn because it's like -8. Now getting into B attacks, this is kind of the same general thing with her the A string I talked about, but this one has a way more definitive answer. Since the low is so slow, this one you can step and crouch block, and you can wait there for a long time because the B is so, like, watch this. So I'm waiting. That was still guaranteed. So don't let her get away with the BB string. It's very bad. other B moves. I guess I'm gonna go into her stance in general on this. Basically, I'll boil it down to any transition she does. If it's on hit, you'll use a generic 12 frame 2A if you have it. Like I'll show this right now. I'm getting a hit, and I still hit her out of it, and that was on hit. Her other options are a high that is, I think, maybe 2 frames faster, maybe 2 frames slower even. But the 2A goes under it. The other one is this massively slow K. The other is on block. I'll do her fastest, apparently. On block, it's completely fake. You can basically mash on whatever button you want. She has different versions of this, but they're all bad, so this low is like maybe the only one that's okay. This also has a step to it. You can step anything after the first hit. It's kind of hard to see and step. So, for example, even this. Look at that. Yeah. And so you could do that same thing with just step and crouch block. The thing about this low is it's like has quite a bit of pushback. But if I were to block it, I'm pretty sure it's also CE punishable. No? I don't think that was a punish. No, that's not a punish. It has so much pushback that you're not gonna get a punish on it. I guess you can do what I said for AAA since it's so slow. Yeah, you might as well if you see it. But it's such a fast string that you're probably not gonna see it. So that's the stance in 2BB. Don't worry about it. It's not common that you'll see people trying to mix you up with this because it's a pretty bad move. This move's kind of common for people to just mash out for some reason. It's long range, and I think it has the tipper system too. I can see on block usually. It doesn't look like it has a tipper actually. Maybe. 9. Nope. I don't think it does. But if she does this like as a panic move, since it tech crouches, I think it's minus 12. So let's test that. The thing is that you can't reach that far. Well, I take it back. It's safe. It may be an okay panic move, but I know she's not good on frames after it. The big use for this is if she hits you in backstep. It lethal hits. So yeah, that's the main use for it. It has a decent tech crouch in it. It's apparently safe. I didn't know that. I thought it was minus 12, and it lethal hits backstep. So be careful when you're just holding back against her. Try to do more of this. A concerted, because it's kind of a slower move and she has to thread a needle for the lethal hit. What other B moves are there? Well, her 3B is a standard minus 14-1. I could show that right now. But, that's not her 14. That's her 14. Well, if you're Mina, you don't punish this. That's unfortunate. I can't show you, but it is 14. That does remind me of the other option, which is this. When it's from while rising, it's actually minus 10. So Mina can't punish it with her K. Most characters can't punish this unless they have a 10 frame. So this can be annoying because she has a great crouch mix-up. You know, I honestly think that might be it for the B moves I wanted to cover. Yeah. Well, I guess I will go over this. So first of all, this will lethal hit if I killed you with a critical edge last round. This move is garbage when you are just using it like this. It's slow. It doesn't have any like mix to it. They're all mids. Mid. They're various shades. Oh, actually this is even high. They're all various shades of punishable. Its main use is going to be from her combos. And the only thing I wanted to talk about was that what I just did right here. This is actually a force block, this last hit after her combo. And it does, I don't know, 33% guard damage. Let's check that really quick. Try to get the first one to whip. So yeah, 30% guard damage. The best thing you could do if you are red and have the health to spare is to maybe take the hit. Then you won't get guard broken, and you can usually tech out of it in like soul charge or GI. Do something that's going to get you out of the guard break situation, but that's the only thing you can do because it is a force block if you're holding block or tech or anything. That's it for B's, so we'll go into K's. And there's only two kick moves I want to go over, and that's Mina's 14 frame Punisher is this. Well, not that. It has quite bad range, so a lot of times when she's trying to punish 14, if she misses, you need to duck the high and launch her. And it's not really, there's no mix, so if you even wanted to do something fast, it's fine, but she usually only uses this as a punisher. But some Minas will use it as a panic move because they think it's just a fast move. Don't get mixed up by it, just duck it. The other one I want to go over is the dreaded Hell Sweep. Quite possibly the best knockdown low in the game. Maybe. I would say I would pick this over as well as Axe Low, personally. It used to be even better before it was nerfed, but the reason why this is so good is because it's 2 hits. They're both various shades of -20, but you have to pick which one she's going to end on. She can end on 1, she can end on 2, and it's unseeable. So you have to basically sacrifice your punish if she does 1, and you block for a long time thinking 2 is coming. Or conversely, you'll get hit by the second kick if you punish too early. She also gets great Oki from this. I mean, you can tech, but I mean, well, let's try to get her to actually not block for once. She gets good setup from this. Like, she can basically track you. You can stay grounded, but she has ways to stop that. She can make you block this sometimes if you stay grounded for too long. Even if you hit 1, she has great mix-up. So, essentially, I just want you to know that if you make the right guess on how many she's doing, just launch her. So, this is -24 at least. So you have enough time to stand up and 3B her. If that's what your character does. But if she does this one, it's low, high, boom, she's dead. If she does 1, oh, this is hard. Oh, I don't know if I set her to block actually. I want to get this one time. Oh, you have to crouch cancel it. This isn't recommended, so use your best crouch punish. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Oh. Mina's got one of the slower ones as well. There we go. So if you really wanted to, you could crouch cancel your crouch block and to launch her even. If you make the right guess, please do your max damage punish, because this is a very abusable low, and it can basically win entire rounds by itself. You can just run up, oh, I'm crouching. Oh no, you get launched because you thought low. And then, oh my god, you got swept. Oh my god, you got swept. Oh my god, you got swept. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dead. You get the picture. Very, very good low. Punish it if you make the right read. We got this move. This move is safe. Minas like to use it after quick pokes online. I mean, even good Minas will use it occasionally. The thing it GIs is mid and high verticals. So say I do that into that. If I try to hit her with a 3B, I'm gonna get fucked up. Doesn't really do that much damage. I don't know if, I don't think that's guaranteed. She has a combo to it, but I don't remember it, to be honest. That's not comboing. I don't remember the combo, sorry. But it's not that much damage, and it's very slow to start up. So a lot of times if you're stepping, which again, if you're close to her and stepping, you're not gonna get lethal hit by this. You're just gonna step it and kill her. So there's also what other? This is just a good guard break, but very linear like always. Oh yeah, I see lots of Minas online just use this as a panic move. I'll show you why that's a bad idea. It's just launch punishable. Even by Mina, who has one of the slower ones. Yeah, so don't let her do that. You really only see this in combos, but I think it might be minus 12 with pushback. Whatever, I'm not even gonna try. Oh, that's a decent one to go over. This string has two different options on the second hit. The first one is steppable to your right if you make the call out. I mean, keep stepping if you step it. And she can also do this. This second hit, you can step the other way, usually. Wow, I've never seen that. Is that new? You used to be able to step it that way. Huh, so you can't step that anymore. Well, it doesn't matter because the last hit, you definitely can step left. It looks like it's a horizontal, but it's completely linear to her left. Can't step it right. It's a mid, isn't it? I forget. Yeah. Yeah, so you step it to her left. And then fuck her out. I don't really see this that often, even from like kind of bad Minas. But just know that yeah, there are options against this. This is even, I don't know how punishable it is, but it's definitely something. I keep saying that and then I'm wrong. Wrong again. Any of these hits, any of them, can be stepped to your right. This one, if you step the last one, you don't usually get that good of a punish though. So I usually like to make the hard base call out. But this is actually the more definitive if she does this version. Just do like a quicker punish if you do that. What's some other ones? This is a very slow low. So if you train your eyes, you can jump attack it on reaction. But a lot of times she uses it, it's kind of in setup ways. And if you block it, she's at good frames. It's not like a punishable low or anything. So just try to train yourself to see it in the open and jump kick it, because it's risk free for Mina to use otherwise. This is a decent low actually. I think it's 0 on hit. Let's see. Maybe -2. Well, it's hard to test. It's good because it's such a, it's got decent range and it also leaves your opponent in full crouch on hit. So it's kind of underrated low. What else do we got? That's a complete meme. I'm not even gonna go over it. This is for combos only. Well, I want to hit it one time. Okay, cool. Oh, this is -14. This is very common to use for some random reason. so I can just show that really quick. Yeah. Just to make sure, let's see if we're missing anything. That's really, well, this is a neutral on block, I think, but it restores soul gauge if she charges it. It's very slow, but it's neutral on block. So just remember that. This version is just trash. Don't even worry about it. It's looking like that's it, folks, for those. Yeah, so let's get into the old step move. Which ones do I want to get into first? Okay, this one is a mid-high, as you can see here. So if she's doing this to try to get in, just launch her. And if she stops on the second hit, it's minus 14. So it's kind of choose your poison. Yes, I did want to get under this. This is a seeable low. It's 28 frames, I think. But if this tippers, it always will lethal hit. If it hits at the tip. So look for her at this range, setting it up. And you can see it with your own eyeballs that it's coming out. So don't get lethal hit by it. She can set it up in combos sometimes. But yeah, just block it. The thing is if you block it when it's on tip, it's safe. So yeah. There's no way to punish it, sadly. This is a pretty good low. It's got deceptively good range at certain areas. Minus 16? Let's see. God, my Mina frame knowledge is pretty bad. Yeah, it's at least minus 16. I don't remember how fast her wall rising B is. Okay, so not wall rising B punishable. I'm gonna say minus 16. That's if you have the range to punish it. It's a knockdown low. So it kind of complements her 1B at certain ranges. It wouldn't be at this range because it would be like something like that, you know. 2-2B is minus 18. Actually, maybe minus 17. It might have like a weird odd frame total. But I know you can see you punish it, so maybe go for 16 with people. This is a very common panic move. Leads to a decent combo. Which I fucked up, of course. 1-1B is just her normal. This is a combo starter. She only uses it if she wants to tech jump lows or something. The combo is actually pretty hard to do. You need to like... I don't remember it. But it's like... This move's hard to like get because she's in tech crouch for just a brief moment, as you can see there. This is neutral on block, so don't like think it's your turn quite. This actually lethal hits lows if she makes the call out. Oh, I guess I will say that this lethal hits throws. So if you are one of those players that just runs up throws and the Mina calls it out, you can get fucked up. So be careful. This is just a bad move. It's punishable and it's high. And it's like one of her slower horizontals. Ah, this move, classic. Actually, I could just show you here. This does enormous amounts of guard damage. 41%. So yeah, you're gonna get guard broken very quickly. Guard breaks in 4. If you can, by any stretch, step this, please do. Oh, I missed it. You can get a lethal hit from this, from her command throw, which I'll get into. Oh, who cares? I don't know why I'm trying these combos. So if you can step this, please do. Like visually, step it. She sets it up after combos a lot, so there's not much you can do sometimes. Oh, this is another good move that restores soul gauge and does a lot of guard damage. If that last kick whiffs, it's actually like not very good on block. I can't remember if it's punishable, so I'm gonna check that. Let's see. Well, that's getting it blocked. That's also getting it blocked. Well, it does have the push out thing. I just want to see if it's like actually punishable. Yeah, if that first hit doesn't connect, it's at least minus 16 if you can find something that reaches. So if you can make use of that information, you know, make use of it. Another one of her great guard break moves. Also, like, strangely catches step, I think, all the way. No. It's B plus K, so yeah. So I guess if you see it, yeah, fuck her up for it. A lot of my Mina knowledge is kind of lacking right now. I've forgotten a lot because I don't play her that often anymore. Yeah, so she has one command throw. It's only 30 damage though. She uses it a lot to cause guard breaks because this will. Ooh, I should test that in season 2. You might be able to reverse impact this now, and that might be a decent ante. You can. This is super common for Minos to do to guard break you. So don't let it happen anymore. Yeah, I think the thing was you couldn't step it. Ooh, you can step it anyways. Wow, I don't remember the ante to this move. I got fucked up by this move a lot. So okay, first of all, step to your right or reverse impact. It's very common for her to do that into that and then get that lethal hit. Don't let that happen. I'm not even sure if she gets the throw break. Let's see. The +8 on it. Okay, it is a +8 break for her. We went over step very bad. Soul charge is the only other thing I wanted to get into. So her soul charge basically turns it into every move she does has a guard break. So don't like reverse a ledge or do anything stupid. She gains access to a few new attacks. She gains access to 66 AA. 66 AAA. This is a very good string. This all jails. At least I think it does. God, my 2B knowledge is so lacking now. Let's see here. I use this with Wild Abandon, so if it doesn't jail, yeah. I was gonna say people should really be screwing me up. So it all jails, it's all safe, does a decent amount of guard damage. It's really, there's no ante to it. It's just a very good string. You can't even GI or anything. There's one other thing she does from, yes, these are powered up. So her mix is even better now. So sad boys, sad boys. We pretty much went over the fact that these are all guard breaks basically. Break attacks galore, and your 2 favorite moves. So yeah, she only gets a 66 AA. That's new. Oh, and her new full crouch 1Ks. this becomes an unblockable, but we've established that this is steppable. So that's it. I think I spent a long time on just going over her move list, and I refreshed myself, so I'm glad that we all learned something today. So I'll be back with Cassandra for the next one. Alright guys, deuces.